Guys, this is Sanix Charms, and this is going to be my review on paper clay versus cold porcelain versus polymer clay. And I'm just going to apologize right now for I am talking really fast because I want to fit this all into one video and I have a lot to say. So, let's get started. And these are all the creations I made with each. I'll explain to you why this is a marshmallow and not a cinema roll. Alright, so let's get to the good stuff. What I am reviewing today is the Delight Air Dry Clay, right here. This is available at Michael's, and it is $10 for that much that I just showed you. What I like about it: super light, great texture, stays very clean, and comes in a variety of colors. Delight doesn't come in a variety of colors, but other paper clays do, and it's very readily available at craft stores. I just can't get over this texture. It feels softer than Play-Doh. It is so light and just it's fun to squish. But let's get to the good stuff, or the more important stuff, the bad stuff. It is not cheap. For the amount that I showed you, for $10, and for the quality of the product, which is I'm going to get into further down here, I would not spend $10 on this. I would not spend $5 on this if you're buying it to make charms. What I don't like, it does not stick. And what I mean by that is trying to make a cinema roll out of this is impossible. And what I mean by it is, okay, let's see here. I'll try and do it. You have your ball, and you want to put your ear on it. It doesn't stick. And it's a lot harder to show you now, but when you're trying to make something detailed like this, and this won't stick to save your life, you're not going to make it. So that is why I ended up with this little marshmallow and not a cinema roll, because it was virtually impossible to make a cinema roll out of that. Like I said, it's not good for detailed charms because it's not that moldable. Well, it's hard to explain, but it's just not good. You have to wait for it to dry. This took 2 days to dry. This is tiny, so it's kind of ridiculous. Think about how long it would take to wait for a regular style charm or even a figurine to dry. It would be crazy. And it must be stored in an airtight container, which is a pain in the butt because you know what? This, having a baggie, is not that bad, but if you don't have a baggie and you're putting it in a container, what happens if it's not completely airtight? There goes your $10, right? Because it'll be all dried out and unworkable. So my verdict on this is I hate it. It's fun to play with, but I hate it. Next, I will be reviewing Craft Porcelain, $13 at Michael's, and this is what it looks like. So it's a big bin for $13. So the pros: it has a really nice texture. It's great for making charms. It is awesome. Like, you can make anything out of this. It's really moldable. It's the perfect consistency, honestly, to make charms out of and to do details. Dries quickly. That's compared to the paper clay. The paper clay took 2 days. This took 1 day, and it's a bigger charm. So I was very happy with how quick it dries. Very affordable. For the amount that you're getting, $13 isn't a lot of money, especially when you get it from Michael's. You have your $40 off, or $40, 40% off coupon. It's really great. Another thing that I love about it is it does not attract dirt or dust. It stays very clean. So if you're making white charms, please make them out of cold porcelain. You're going to save yourself the big headache of getting dirt in it with your Sculpey or polymer clay. What I didn't like about it: it does not come in many colors. And when I say many colors, I mean none. So you have to color it with your acrylic paints, which is a big pain in the butt. The Craft Porcelain doesn't even come in white, the one that I got. It's in transparent, so you have to even color it for white. Must be stored carefully or will dry out, and Craft Porcelain or cold porcelain dries out very fast, and there's nothing you can do about it once it's already done. So yeah, if you don't store it properly, there goes your $13 again, because you can't rescue Craft Porcelain once it's already dried out. Again, you have to color it with acrylic paints. And when you're coloring it with acrylic paints, it gets really sticky and wet. And what I mean by that is, say I'm trying to make this red. I add all the red paint in here, and it changes the formula of the craft porcelain. And if you add too much, if you're trying to make a charm that's like this, because it's so wet, the charm, when it's drying, will sink and go like that. It'll collapse on itself if you don't wait for it, or if you make sure the consistency isn't too wet. So that's something that you need to be aware of, because if you're adding a lot of color to it, just be careful, because it will change the consistency of it, make it sticky and make it wet. Okay, verdict on this, really liked it only for white or simple charms, simple in color charms, because then you can just mix it up. But if you're doing something with a rainbow of colors, then coloring all of that porcelain is just going to be a pain in the butt. Next is Sculpey Polymer Clay, and this is available at Michael's for 99 cents to $3 a block, depending on the sale and your coupon. That's what it looks like. Right, what I like about it, comes in a million colors. You guys all know polymer clay comes in every color. Very easy to find. Great for every project. The consistency is a lot harder. You have to condition it a bit, but it's great for shaping. Lots of products that you can buy to help you with this, and special glues that you use for when you're baking it in the oven to make sure that they stay. And that's the guy made out of it. It's affordable, so fairly cheap. For a full block, you can get this for really cheap, especially if you've got your coupons. It's very popular, so easy to find, all that sort of jazz. And projects can be completed quickly. And that's my biggest thing, is I love that I can finish something in 5 minutes, bake it in the oven for 22 minutes, glaze it, and it's good to go. It's already done, no waiting. I don't know, I'm just impatient like that, so I like to have my stuff done very fast. Cons, gets dirty very easy, especially the white. Hate using white, honestly. It's really bad for making charms, because you're not going to be happy. You're going to be trying to pick out the dust. So if I had a choice, I would not make charms out of white or any light colors with polymer clay, because it's really hard to keep it clean. It must be baked. I like this, some people don't. If you're not old enough to operate your oven, then this might be a little bit of a problem, because you have to get your parents involved to finish your project. The price can add up. So 99 cents a block is not that bad. Say you need 50 different colors, well, that's kind of expensive, right? And the thing is that it doesn't mix that well with paint. So if you really are looking to get a lot of colors, it's going to add up in money, just because it comes in so many and you're going to want them all. And it can stick to your fingers. So the color, when you're working with it, embeds in your fingers, and then when you use another color, it will wipe off or stick to that color. Not that big of a deal if you wash your hands, but I don't know, it's just one of the bad things about it. So verdict on Sculpey Polymer Clay, I really like it, really love it, but I would choose cold porcelain to use for white charms. So I hope you guys liked my review. Just to sum it up, would never use paper clay ever again. It was a pain in the butt. Cold porcelain I would only use for white charms, because I really like it, and polymer clay for everything else. I hope you guys found this helpful, and sorry for talking so fast, but I'm just reaching the 9-minute mark now. So yeah, and there you go. Thanks for watching. Bye.